Hello friends. So it's time for another update. I know that because I'm getting lots of messages about how are you and what's going on. So it's easier to tell everybody all at once. So hopefully this will get to everybody and let you know what's going on. So if you're new here, I'm Heather Lambert. I was diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer in March of 2022. I did all the treatments, chemo, surgery, radiation. I had positive lymph nodes even after or before and after surgery. So I also did 6 months of an oral chemo. I had clear PET scan and a clear update, and then everything fell apart after that. Starting having pains everywhere, back of my shoulder, in my back, around my ribs. So went to the ER and discovered I had a pleural infusion, which is fluid that built up in the pleural sac that surrounds your lung. And those fluid, once they drained it, they tested it and found it to be malignant. So my cancer had spread and I was upgraded to stage 4. After that, they put in a new port, and I was scheduled to start back on chemotherapy, and get the drug Taxol, which I'd had before. So, but within a week that fluid was back, built up again, and even more so this time, almost double what it was the first time. So they drained it and put in a Plural X catheter, which is a tube in my side right here that goes into the bottom of the pleural sac that surrounds my lung. And I had a home nurse for a few days just to kind of get things started, but Dave has taken over and he drains that and changes the bandages for me at least once a week, but sometimes we do it more, just depending on how I'm feeling and if we feel like we need to. We hadn't been getting much fluid out of that since I've been home. So the doctor, and then I started Taxol. So I did about 4 infusions of Taxol. And when I met with my doctor, my symptoms hadn't improved at all. And because we weren't getting any fluid, we were concerned that maybe the catheter was clogged and my fluid was backing up. My tumor markers also went up. So with the lack of fluid and the tumor markers going up and me not having better symptoms, we decided we needed a CT scan or a chest x-ray. I went and got a chest x-ray first. And the chest x-ray confirmed that the catheter is in place. It's where it needs to be, but I had a pleural effusion on that side, and a pretty moderate to large one. So evidently the catheter wasn't working and the fluid was building up. So we knew we needed to do something about that. And in order to get to a radiologist's office, it can take weeks, and I didn't have weeks. So we decided I needed to go to the ER. So they admitted me, and I spent last week in the hospital for 3.5 days. We did what's called a TAP, which is where they insert a medication into my catheter to break up any clog or dissolve any blockages that might be in there. The first time we did it, we only got about 300 milliliters of fluid. And for the size of the pleural effusion they were seeing on my CT, it should be more like 1,000 fluid. So we did it a second time just to see, because we got a little bit. So let's see if we can get a little bit more and see what happens. Maybe we just need some extra. But we only got about 200 the next time. So they're like, this isn't working. And based on I did another CT and they compared my CAT scans, and they were identical even after removing the 500 milliliters of fluid. So they're like, this is probably not fluid. It's probably additional progression of the cancer. So between that and my tumor markers going up, Taxol is not working, evidently. So while I was in the hospital, my doctor and crew got together and decided on a new treatment for me. And yesterday I got my first infusion of Enhertu. So I am triple negative, but when we did the blood, sorry, dog, stop. Foxy. Shh. When we did the blood biopsy, it digs into the DNA of your tumor cells, and we found that I have a low HER2 uptake. So in order to be HER2 positive, you have to have a 3% uptake. I have a 1%. So I'm considered low HER2, which allows us to use some of the drugs and treatments available for HER2. So this Enhertu drug will take advantage of that. So very hopeful. I've seen a lot of great things from other people, good results. Side effects are mixed, as all chemos are. So just kind of waiting to see what I get hit with. I've heard second week is worse, so we'll see what happens next week. But so far, so good. They give you a lot of steroids and anti-nausea medicine when you get your infusion. So today I'm feeling pretty well. That should last a couple of days. And then when that all wears off, then we'll see how I feel. So one of the things with the drug, though, is I have to get an echocardiogram. So I'm going this afternoon to get my echo, make sure my heart is still healthy. He really wanted me to do it before my treatment, but I had already been delayed a week because of insurance stupidness. I'm still worried about insurance stupidness. It's not easy to have Medicaid. Not everybody takes it. It makes it all a bit confusing. And to make it worse, my is not entered into the system correctly, so my providers can't see that I have it. So they're unwilling to bill for it. So I have to do some workarounds, and yeah, so it's been a little nutty. I was supposed to have a PET scan on Monday to get a new baseline before this drug kicks in, so we can see how it's working. But that got canceled because they don't take Medicaid at all. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but hopefully my echo will go through fine today. I'm on my way this afternoon, and hopefully my heart is healthy, because if it's not, I don't know what's going to happen. But I just felt like I needed that treatment sooner than later. I was feeling in my body, my pains and things were getting worse. I was just feeling really crappy, and I just knew I needed to start. So we got me started as soon as we could. And so I got that yesterday, and I feel pretty good about it. So that's it for now. I'll see the doctor next week, so I'll have more details and information, I think. This treatment is once every 3 weeks, so I'll get labs and see the doctor and get my treatment every 3 weeks. Side effects I'm expecting is supposed to really do a number on my white blood cells, so I have to be mindful of that. Germs, crowds, public places, things like that. So if you're ill, please don't come visit. If you've been around ill people, please don't come visit. Otherwise, I'd love to see you. I love visitors. It's great. It keeps my spirits up, gives me something to distract myself. So low blood cells are one thing for sure. They said the heart they will monitor, so I'll have an echo every 3 months just to keep an eye on things. Hair loss is either complete or thinning, so I may keep my bald head. It may grow patchy. I have no idea, so I'll have to wait and see on that one. Some people get nausea, some people don't. I haven't had nausea in the past with chemo, so hopefully that trend continues, but this is a new beast, so you never know. Plus my body is not exactly what it was when I started initially on heavier chemos, so we'll just have to wait and see. GI issues, heartburn, dry skin, dry eyes, mouth sores, that kind of stuff. But it's all pretty typical to what I have dealt with before. I find it, or at least on paper, side effects similar to the AC chemo that I did. So any of you that have had AC, the Red Devil, it seems to be pretty similar to that one as far as side effects go. So I'm kind of expecting a similar experience. But we'll see. Wait and see. It's different for everybody. Some people say they've been fine, just a little fatigue. Fatigue is, I've heard it can be heavy too. I tend to get that one. But some people say they're okay and they've worked full time through. So we'll just have to wait and see. So that's it for now. Generally, I'm doing okay. I'm, just managing pain meds all day. I can't be without. I have a lot of aches throughout the whole right side of my torso. My drain is uncomfortable sometimes. I get tired quickly. I get out of breath. If I do too much, I know I need to be done. So I plan my activities accordingly. If I'm going to do something in the afternoon, I take it easy in the morning. If I'm going to do something in the morning, I have to take it easy in the afternoon. Just have to have that time to recover and reserve my energy for what I want it for. But otherwise, I mean, generally, I'm okay. Like, we've gotten a lot of support, a lot of offers for help. So if I can get my insurance squared away, then I think we're in a good place for now. I've applied for disability, but it hasn't come through yet, so we're still waiting. Busy with baseball. Christopher's playing, practicing, and umpiring, so we're back and forth to the field quite a bit. Boy Scouts in between as we can. But yeah, that's it. So I guess I'll be on with another update when I know more. We see the doctor and see how this is doing. But that's what's going on for now. So hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon.